This is everybody's day. This is everybody's day.
That day in Adelaide in Lagos, he said, "You're only an eagle with broken wings. There's ministry inside you. You will fly."
Men who, because of their stature with God, can close the gates of ministries of other men. Not everybody is the same. I remember 4 years ago, a man heard me preach and invited me to a minister's conference in London. He said, "We'll give you an 11 o'clock on Sunday slot, and your assignment will be to preach. Just preach." He said, "Because your sermons have heard. You preach well." I said, "Me." He said, "We're going to invite a lot of pastors." But what he was thinking of was how to use me to make money. He said, "If you preach that topic, I know you will get to a point where nobody will be able to sit down." You know that thing that happens that you are just wondering. He said, when you get to that point, you will now announce that this teaching anointing that you see, if you want to come into it, from 20,000. I was not married that time, so but we're already cutting. So I told my wife, I said, "Do I look like that kind of person?" So I first went to God for cleansing. Now, I've not done it before, but this man thinks I can be like that. So he told me 2 weeks before that meeting, a week to that meeting, he called me. On the Saturday night before the meeting, he called me, not just to remind me of the meeting, but to remind me of that our money-making venture. I said to him, what the average minister does is that they agree on a sharing formula. So we'll take minimum bere. So you will take 60. You take 40. So that's how they share. So I didn't say anything. On Sunday morning, at about 8 o'clock, he sent me a text. Say, "Don't forget to." So we got to the church with about 5 of our brethren. And when I sat down, he dropped a note beside me. And the note was still emphasizing that I should open that gate. See, pastors have plenty. Because to those strange men, numbers is money. If you give them one person to preach over the person, they will have a problem. Because so I got to the stage and I was doing the job that Jesus sent me. But as this man predicted, people began to stand and hold their chests like that, like they were cursed not to know scriptures like that. Then I saw an usher coming to me who dropped a white paper on the left hand, and it read, "Do it now, do it now." So at that point I was angry. I now said, when people want to merchandise the gift of God for money, if you meet people like that, tell them that they are not the first. They have a brother in scriptures. And what the apostles said to their brother is what I say to them. That because your heart is right, not right, you have no part in this ministry. That church died in 3 months. I still spoke to the man this year. He's okay, I spoke to him last year, early December. He had some issues and he called me. The people close to him say that that man's regret is, why did I invite this boy? I'm not that anointed. I've just sown my life to the defense of the cause of the Christ. That thing is growing. You see a man who labored with God in praying and fasting, and a young man thinks that if you give him a seed of 5,000, you will have the oil on his head. You are wicked. If that's the kind of perspective you have about God, then God is a wicked God. Because all of us can go and plant cashew. When we earn money, we'll go and pay Bishop Oyedepo and become like him. This kingdom is a kingdom of process. I'm not saying seeds don't work. But those who break out by their own sword, they last longer. Are you with me? Okay, it's like you like stories because I have your attention. Every time God begins to move in a place, the hearts of men become revealed. These charlatans, we didn't know that they were wicked men in the group until they saw Paul begin to do special miracles, and they decided to try out their own skills too. If you do a study around the Jewish ministerial system, there are a set of men that